What's up, everybody? So before I get this episode started, we had a recording. I addressed it a little bit early in the video. We had a recording between the first episode and what you're seeing now. Basically, what that was going through and just selling some silage. So you didn't really miss a lot. Um, Unfortunately, the file got corrupted. So yeah, so we are instead second episode. There's going to be a little gap there. You're not really missing anything. So let's get you right back into the episode.
Alrighty, everybody. We are back on the East Vineland, New Jersey. Hooray! We got a little bit more work to do here with the silage, unfortunately. I just sold the last load. If you recall, my tractor's nice and dirty. It's all good stuff, right? Oh, okay. Scraped a little bit there. Alright, so episode 1, we mowed and we started silage. We're probably gonna do the same thing. We're probably gonna get back to it with the silage. So, I sat down and I thought about it. What we are going to do is we're going to buy the fields at the price they would have been at the time. If not, we are going, I did math. A boo, but I did math. We would be here for, at about an hour of video. It would be a lot of hours. So, we're going to buy it at the price it would have been at the time. I should probably see if there's a mod that does that. I doubt it. But first I want to buy all the equipment we need. We have a seeder. I do not know if we have a cultivator or plow. I would have to look. I don't think we do. So, no worries there, right? Let's kind of this last little bit of silage. Perfect. We have more silage sitting over there in the Chevy. Oh. Jackknife myself a little bit. So I think the last episode went well. Actually took me a little bit to process it, get it out to you guys. I should be quicker with this one now that I have some idea what I'm doing. I've edited stuff before, but not that great of a YouTube editor. So as time goes on, I'm sure I'll get better. It just got done with Easter weekend. It's been a little bit since I did a video. I got busy, you know how it goes. You get all busy with something, and then so I had a notification on my phone that I need to put out a new video by today. Here we are today. I want to hopefully get two, maybe 3 done this week. We'll see how many I can get done just this afternoon. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Oh, there's a little lump right there. No bueno, no bueno. So yeah, I will, we're gonna mow this again. We're going to get all this silage sent off, processed. I think I have this parked in this middle bay right here. Put it back where we found it. There we go. Perfect. We will tab over to this. Get to work. I don't think this is gonna fill this thing completely up. That's fine with me. I have to run off and sell it anyways. So I get as much out of it as I can. We'll see what the total comes out to. But it looks like it would take us quite a few months at our current rate. And winter's rolling around, so that's something that we have to look out for. It is cold, wintry months. It's weird. I don't know what it's getting stuck on. You can see I'm not bottoming out on anything. At least not that I can see. So I don't know what's getting caught on. So, if you remember, we were the nice 50/20. We got a Jeep, we got a mower back there. I think it's going good. Got just enough property that we can make good use of. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know if it's just like the dirt itself that is having issues, like backing it straight up there into the barn. It's probably less than good for it. Give it another run here now that it's a little bit. There we go. See, now it gets it fine. It just needed to be a little aggregated, I guess. I think I want to come through here. I want to put down gravel. It's not going to really cost a lot too, but some gravel would be nicer because this stuff kind of gets like those ruts in it. It's a good one right here. Yeah, it's weird. It's like my back tires get completely picked up off the ground. So I don't know if that's due to the presence of like the dirt. You see how bumpy it is, where it's just like, I don't know what it is. Maybe it might be the model, like the tractor itself has like a weird thing where it gets caught on the ground. I don't know. I'm not really overly knowledgeable in those matters. So gravel is probably something we probably want to drive on the road here. Gravel is definitely. Oh, there was a little bit behind the silage bunker that I wanted to grab. I remember seeing that kind of spilled out. Yeah, I'll grab that too. Even though it's just a little bit. Money is money. Did I grab it? Did I get it? Did. We'll come through here. This would probably be the first field that I want to buy. I do have a little bit of fog there too. Probably the first field that I want to buy. We have we have plenty of options as far as fields go. We have a pretty big grass field up here if we wanted to keep going with silage. Not saying that we do. I would like to stretch out. Silage has a lot of upkeep. Is that grass? Oh, so I don't know why it shows up as grass, but that's definitely not grass. I think that's alfalfa. It's not alfalfa. What is it? I could probably look at it and tell you. It looks like sorghum, but it's definitely clover. It's clover. Okay. This doesn't look like clover, but whatever. Wouldn't be bad either. Those bales. I think that's fairly high yielding because the stalks are taller, so I think it puts out clover grass pretty good. At least good enough, you know. Boy, I'm dealing with pollen here. It's springtime. Just got done with Easter. Hope everybody had a good Easter. I know I did. I got to spend some time with family and, just be lazy for a couple days. Not put out any videos. Alright, so we'll get all this done. I really would like to get a field, because I think that's more entertaining. At the end of the day, it's still farm sim, so it's only so entertaining to watch. But I want to keep it interesting. I was looking around, and there is you can tell our grass is nice and ready. It's cool how on this you can see that all the green stuff is grass, so that's nice. I was looking at these properties out here. This might be a good area that we can expand into for lumber come winter, because there's not really going to be a lot of options for mowing and grass. We're going to have to contend a lot with the elements. So during the winter months, we could go out and work on lumber. So I would say that would be the first thing that I would buy. Hopefully come this winter. We'll see how we do. We're closing on winter very fast. So we have 15 grand in the bank. I think we're doing okay. So I'm keeping my eye out on the contracts, There's a lot of stuff here that we could do if we had a harvester, wood transport, things like that I want to avoid because, you know, it would require us to do new things, get new things. But if we could get a plow for the 50-20, I think that would be good. I think that would be really good. We could get a plow for the 50-20. It has the horsepower. We could up the horsepower if we wanted a bigger plow. We could get a plow, we could get a cultivator and go in and do those plowing and cultivating jobs. Fairly easy. I won't say I don't want to hit my mower. I wouldn't say that it's the world's you know, easiest thing, but we could get it knocked out pretty fast. Same with like fertilizer jobs, I guess. If we had to, we could take that 15 meter fertilizer thing that we have, which has tiny storage, but it's not completely awful. And then down the road, you know, it's a good way to burn through your manure too, is get a manure spreader. Get a manure spreader, come through and use your manure to kind of spread those fields. It's a little bit more work than just outright selling, but I would say it's definitely worth it. I need to get this 50-20 cleaned, or we're gonna start no, I'm not. You know, I'm not overly worried about it. I don't mind dirty tools. I think it's a good sign that they've been worked. So I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll be okay. I normally like to see things nice and clean and properly maintained, but I don't think it makes that big of a difference, to be honest with you. So we'll just leave it. We'll come out here and we'll do basically the same thing that we did last time. We just go around and mow it. I would have loved to see some mowing jobs, but I don't see there's a lot of chance of that happening. Yeah, we'll just kind of get right here. Try to remember where our line is. I'd say yield's going to be pretty good this time around as well. It's kind of okay last time, but I realize, you know, as you come through and you mow more, kind of give it more time to develop. They say you're supposed to wait 2 months, like whenever it's full to harvest, and then you wait another month. I don't know. To be honest, I'm not completely sure. I've seen people say, you know, wait the 2 months and then do it. So I don't know. One thing that I did want to do, if the store will open, there we go, is come through and look at windrowers. I think it was under that's 19 grand, but I think there was a 19 grand that you could, I felt like we could get this in a, was that the windrower? Huh. I feel like there was a windrower out there that we were looking at that, maybe it was this one. Maybe it, well, it would definitely, it's definitely a tiller, but, this one. I want to look at the price of our current windrower, $660. Okay, so it's going to be a no this time around. We unfortunately don't have the money for it. Take a look at all of our cheaper stuff. It's nothing that we can use yet. This is all newer stuff. That will be nice. It's pretty rare to find the old stuff up on market. I have a function where I can kind of like set out a search, I guess. Like call the guy and go, hey, you know, could you see if you find it? Less than a month, 65% chance. Yeah, I don't know what the used price would be. Yeah, we'll set one out. If we could get one of these used, that would be nice. So we'll pay him $1,000 to see if he can find one that's like half off, something like that. Because then we could afford it, you know. if we could get it down to a better price, it would help. It would help us out. So we're going to mow. We're gonna do, nothing new. We've mowed before. You've watched me mow before. So I'll time lapse you guys. And I was just thinking, I think there's like a pretty good chance. Actually, so I can't remember. I think I recorded this video. Oh, I guess I did. So I lost the last recording of this video. So I actually don't know exactly where I left you guys. I feel like I left you guys emptying or filling up the silage. So that may be on my bad. But I lost the last recording. It corrupted for some weird reason. So we're doing it again. So from the last video, we did all the silage. And I lost that recording before I could turn it into a video. So it's the way it goes, right? If it was easy, it would be easy. Get around the house here. Come through here. Get all this. And I like this double bar mower. I wish I could get one of the like the side mowers that I showed you guys in the last episode for like the Willy or something. I feel like that'd be pretty cool. And if it had a built-in side mower, I'm sure we could really use it for some good. The chopper that I couldn't get, that I didn't think was working the way I wanted it to last episode, I could honestly have kept that, and it would have worked pretty good. For just like one pass work, but it would be hard to find a mower that a wagon to tow behind it that had the storage that I want. So I mean, even our forage wagon that we have right now is fairly large. It's able to get quite the fair amount of work done. So I think this time I am gonna start setting aside some grass. I'm gonna throw it on that spike over there, just so that we can start kind of setting aside some of it and looking at, okay, well maybe we want to have sheep or we want to do whatever. But if we start just like setting aside a little bit, excuse me. Whew. Pollen's bad, man. As long as we start setting aside just a little bit of it, hopefully we can just like stockpile it sorta and have just plenty of it. And I might end up sitting on some silage. I have no idea where I would put it. I think I'd put it on that hay spike. I think that silo accepts it technically, but I don't know how I feel about that. So we may holding off on the prices. Silage. Here, we'll find it. There we go. It's really high rate. It's a $2 difference, but that still matters. Biogas is still at one of the best prices. We could start baling. It might be easier to switch over to baling. You kind of have a cost attached to that with the wrap, but that would allow us to just bale all of them and then kind of set aside a certain number of those bales for, whatever it is. So if that's, okay, we want to set aside 10 of these for silage, or if we want to set aside 10 of these for grass to feed sheep, it's going to be much easier to set those aside in bales because you can just run and grab them. We could use our C60. It's just the question is, if we put sheep out, we got to make sure they have plenty of pasture land. So if they have plenty of grass that they can eat, we shouldn't have to feed them really, except in the winter months. So it'd kind of be something that I would be leaning towards, is pretty big pasture land for them. But that, that takes away from the land that we can use for this mowing operation that we have going. The other thing is I want to come through here hopefully this winter and chop down these trees. I know they look good, but they get in my way. So what I was looking at earlier was we have a little parcel of property down here. Doesn't even have a house built on it. I don't know if half an acre would be enough land for the sheep. I mean, look at this. This is 2 acres right here, but it has a house on it. So if we tore down that house, we could throw sheep on this. We could give them the whole acre and a half. They'd have plenty of room to graze. But we could buy this half acre for fairly affordable. And it's not a huge amount of grazing area, but it should be good if we have 20, 30 head of sheep. It should just be enough that we can kind of offset the amount of grass that they consume. Cows really are bigger grazers than sheep, but even if we wanted to do, if we didn't want to do sheep, but we want to do sheep and goat, if we have some goats, we can start doing milk, which is dairy is good money, and they graze like they throw them in with a sheep, and they kind of just like sheep, except they just have a different production output. And then we can take that and turn that into milk, or we could just do sheep and wool, and we could take the wool and process it ourselves or sell it wholesale, or however we decide to do that. So animals are a good source of income, especially whenever we're gonna have a couple months where we just grass isn't gonna be a source of money for us anymore. So whether that's we do lumber, we kind of start liquidating all of the trees that we have on property, or we, I don't know, we have sheep, and then we can just set aside some of our grass, make sure they're well fed, well taken care of. We could have them on our property, but kind of like I said, they would be taking away from grass production area, and I'm sure they would offset that loss. So we may just end up doing that. We may just putting them like at the back of our property here, just letting them feed off the grass that is already there. Like this area over here right behind our house would be a great area for them. It's just it's plenty close. Or we could spend $40,000 and put them out there. So it's all kind of options that we have. Once we get these trees out here, it'll be way easier to get kind of a read on the property. I feel like they kind of cover it up a little bit, kind of get me believing that we don't have as much property as we really do, because this is a huge little piece of land. It's not taking a super long time with mowing. However, it's still considerable. So I'll go in, I'll get the rest of this mowed, I'll put you in a time lapse, and I'll come back before we start windrowing. So good luck. I'll try to keep you guys so I'm messing up my lines here. Yeah, I'll let you watch me in a time lapse. So I will be back. no, search failed. Okay, so that's a grand out the window. I say that we, 80% chance for a little bit more. Or do we just let it ride on 65? Because I would like to get it within today. Okay, so we'll try that again. We'll go back to the time lapse. Alrighty, so I have decided, even if we don't have the big windrower, I bought this one. It's going to be easier to use. It's going to be way more practical for our uses. So we will get in here and use this. Maybe just a couple more passes, but it'll be more enjoyable. Trying to play around with that other one, it pains me. It really is. It's just painful to use. It's like it's punishing you for something. I was gonna come through here and cut that a little bit, but I don't really care. Alright, we'll get this good and cleaned up. And then we will, well, I'll come back to you. Come back. Alright, well, put you in another little time lapse-ky. Actually, no, I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna borrow you guys for a minute. Give you guys some actually interesting conversation. Probably not interesting, but let's talk about the farm. So, definitely, I've thought about it in my time mowing. And first thing that we do is we come through and get this cleaned up. So we cut out the trees. I don't really care about putting down a fence, but I mean, we've got to do something. These trees, they make it much longer to just do the simple stuff that we need to get done, like mowing. It takes out a lot of the time going around those trees that I could just be spending on actually getting stuff done. If I could just do big rows when mowing, I feel like it'd be a lot faster. Well, it would be a lot faster. So we're gonna do that. I don't know about the stumps. I don't know how we're gonna get the stumps out. I really haven't thought about it. I still have a thing out for that bigger windrower. If we can get that one, that's what I want to do. That's going to make life a lot simpler, especially with windrowing. We can look at getting some kind of log cart and a attachment for our front loader for logs. Both of those would be helpful, so we can kind of take trees out in pretty big chunks. It's just gonna come down to what the budget looks like. So we'll try to make as much off silage as we can, and at least kind of, you know, like this month. I'm gonna shove this a little bit further away from the road. So I gotta grab this corner up here, which I think I should be able to do fairly easily. No, it's gonna be a pain. So I'm not on my property apparently. My property. I don't have access to that land. So there's gonna be a little corner there. That's super annoying. I was hoping we could get most of this that came out here into the road, but looks like the answer is going to be mostly no. that just went. But hey, so plan is here. Let's drive through here. Let's try to get as much of this into like big piles. Just make it quicker with a forage wagon. We have a lot more control over this, so should be a little bit easier at least. I'll lift this up here. We'll back up here. We'll get back to going. Perfection. And then as soon as I can get them in kind of like larger condensed rows, we will get it all picked up, run it for silage. If that goes well, then you know we can we'll see about getting these trees out of here. Getting the trees out, it's going to save us a lot of time. We're going to make just a little bit of money off of the actual lumber. Any little bit counts, helps us out. That being out there in the road with those little chunks is pissing me off to no extremes, but it should be fine. Let's come back through here. Let's start on this side of the tree, and then we'll bring that all into one line over to our left there. So yeah, I mean, we'll live with it. The chopper might have been a better way to go, to be honest. It was smaller, but I don't know. We'll see. We might trade over. I know I had that at one point, and then I sold it, and buying it back would be a waste of time. But it would save us a lot of time with the whole windrowing thing. The only contention to that is whenever we need hay, that we would have to chop it and then put it all in one spot and ted it and then find a way to pick it up with like a shovel or something. So baling is another direction I'm thinking about. Bales might be good. There's a lot of options. There's too many options, in fact. So let's get this knocked out. You can see how much we have to do. Yeah, it's fun. I enjoy Farm Sim. I hope you're enjoying watching. If you're not, tell me what I can do to be better. Tell me what would make it more enjoyable, and I will do that. So I'm thinking about doing some other series. I want to do like a large plains series kind of thing. We're on like Iowa or something, because then you have big tractors. We can run that in conjunctions with the vintage one, or maybe we can we'll kind of see how this one goes. We'll run it through its course. Maybe once we get to 2026, we stop. Maybe we look back. We got plenty of time until then. There's not really futuristic tractors that we're gonna have access to. I'm sure there's some, but nothing that I would say would be overly realistic is the words that I'll use. So we'll take it. We'll take advantage of the time that we have here in the 60s. Using tractors that don't have cabs and AC. Little small implements and things. Yeah, I think it's been going pretty good so far. I think we have a good system here with the grass. Winter is going to be interesting. I'm very grateful that we have that Leon blade attachment for this tractor. I'm very thankful actually, so that we can hopefully contend with the snow a little bit. We should be able to get enough, kind of cleared out. We should hopefully get another grass harvest in November. We'll see how cold it gets. Realistically, I wouldn't want to kill my grass. I'm mowing it in November, but you can see how the grass grows in Farm Sim. It grows a little bit slower than I think it does in real life. I mean, if we're, mowing it once a month, it's clearly not the fastest grass. It didn't work out the way that I wanted it to. I'll be honest. I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do with the tree. So maybe I'll have to give it a couple goes here. Try a little bit better. We'll kind of get one final, probably one or two final go throughs here. We're starting to get it into that large pile that I wanted to see. So let's grab that side one more time and just kind of straighten it up. As straightened up as we can get it, I should say. Just enough. It's going to be a little bit of a pain in the ass trying to get our tool lined up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shift out the edge here. Like so. I'm going to make one more run through. Just so we have room whenever we're coming through that forage wagon to pick all of it up. It's fine if it has a little, like a cap on the end there. Little turn. So this one's definitely smaller. I put out another, I don't know if I'll interrupt the time lapse for it, but we got the response back. They couldn't find one. 65% chance. So I just did it again. I think I just did the 1 month with a 65% chance. So we'll see how it goes. I think I own this road over here. That's nice. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I won't get one, maybe I will. It's kind of into the hands of the computer. Not so much not so much my personal wants. So I hope that we do get it just for our sakes. It would make this job a lot faster. It's a little bit more expensive, so something else that I was looking at was like purchasing it, but doing so through like a kind of like a, I don't want to use the word leasing it. We kind of like take out a loan on it. So we'll pay a little bit of interest, but it'll make it a lot more affordable to have it if we're only paying $1,000 a month or whatever. It should help us out. I think I knocked 2 of my spindles off. Yeah, look, they're caught back here. Oh boy. It's not good for it. It's not good for it at all, is it? What do we got here? We'll capture all this. Do a little bit of turning. A little bit of finagling. So yeah, I definitely like this one more than I like that other one. I feel like it does work better. It's windrowing, so there's always going to be farming simulators that you have to deal with in that equation. So things really don't always work out the way you want them to. The grass just moves weird, I guess, because it's polygons being stacked on top of each other to make triangular shapes. So it's great. Something that I need to learn a lesson. And each time that I dump, I need to compact it right there and then. Because I had a lot of issues with just trying to compact it whenever it was all stacked up in the silo. So I need to kind of learn my lesson there. Try to do it the right way this time. Yeah, we get another large one going here. This is going to be quite the process to get all of this done. But it shouldn't be miserable. Like I said, that big windrower would be nice, but it's in a list of things that would be nice to have, but we don't need. I mean, we could have easily used that other one and gotten this done, or this one even, which will make it hopefully a little bit easier. It'll be a lot easier once we get these trees out. So I'm really looking forward to December. Whenever it starts snowing, we will take out the trees then, since we kind of do need to maximize our silage making. Until then, we need to really be hyper focused on it. So until until it starts getting snowy, we're just gonna be doing this. So I know it's gonna feel like, oh, this is exactly what we did last episode, and it is. It's a rinse and repeat process in Farm Sim. So I'm gonna try to bring new things in to make it more interesting. Maybe we'll get a side job or something. I don't know. We'll find something so that it hopefully keeps you guys keeps you guys entertained. But it's, you know, it's gonna be kind of the same thing every time. I'm getting my wheel stuck here and just trying to power through it, I guess. Um, it's just, you know, it's kind of gonna be not the same thing, but you know, it's a similar theme. Um, whether you're plowing, you're pulling something with a tractor and making money off of it. So I love this game. I really do. Sometimes it becomes boring, so you kind of introduce things to make it more enjoyable, whether that's snow, tornadoes, or whatever it is. There are tornadoes. I was taking a look at that. I was also looking at some other games I might want to bring to the channel. One of those being Workers and Resources. So I bought that game. I have not played it yet. I've like played it. I've like fiddled around with it, but I haven't tried like people do like full realism that yet. So I might be something that we do on the channel is try to figure out that game together. I don't know how I'll feel about putting out FiveM content. I'm a big FiveM player. I don't know how I don't know if I'm gonna push that out to this channel. I probably end up will. There's a little 20-minute short videos of my nights over on Grand Canyon. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm not definitive on it yet, so I can't say for certain if that is the plan. But I definitely will say that is something that I want to do because I enjoy it. And if I enjoy it, I kind of hope that people watching will. Even though, it may not be super enjoyable, so we'll see. I got myself set up with Ethernet, so I was having some issues with my my internet on campus. So if you could imagine campus internet. So I was getting like 20 megabyte a second downloads. I just tested and I should be getting 230 download. I don't know what my upload is, so that'll be something that I do have to contend with, but download speed is faster. So I should hopefully make recording FiveM a little bit more feasible. It's already getting dark at 5. Not good. You can tell I'm I'm struggling with this pollen. It's got my allergies all screwed. I take out medicine for it. They recently traded over my medicine. I guess you build up like a tolerance to your old stuff. After a while, your body like just stops working. So I'm on new stuff, and I don't know if it's working as good. I really don't. I'm not a doctor. I'm just a guy playing Farming Simulator on YouTube, so we'll see. I'm sure if you have allergies, hay fever, whatever you call it. Hay fever, that's kind of a thing that I've only ever heard it called by older people, hay fever. Whenever I was really young, I thought it was like a different thing from allergies. I thought it was actually you were allergic to hay. Because my uncle, he carries a handkerchief on him, and he'd always be like, man, this hay fever's getting me this year. Oh, poor guy. He has to work with hay all the time. Yeah, I'm sure that's going to be miserable for him. You know, like a cat allergy to hay. I know really that even with allergies, stuff like hay still gets you because it's like dust or I don't know, whatever it is. But hay fever is really just allergies. Like just pollen allergies. I guess seasonal allergies. I don't even know if there's a correct name to call them. I just call them allergies, which I know there's people are allergic to everything. but like, I don't know. Whenever I say allergies, I just mean like I'm allergic to pollen. Like, you know, my allergies are acting up. But I said that the other day. My buddy goes, "Oh, what are you allergic to? Like dogs?" I'm like, what? Who's? No, the pollen, dude. It's like, well, I'm allergic to like peanuts. So if I say, "Oh my God, you know, my allergies," because I had peanuts, I was like, "Whoa, I never thought about that." Because you know, you grow up calling it allergies, and everybody else calls it allergies. But he is from Baltimore, Maryland. He's a big city boy, so I'm sure they have a different jive in Baltimore than where I grew up. Yeah, my nose is killing me. I mean, it's like there's half pound weight up there. Anyways, enough of me being a sorry sack. So let's I hope, I want to get this at least a Winroad before it gets dark. You know, we have a couple days a month. I think it was 2 I set it to, 2 days a month, but I wanted to do basically an episode a day. So if we do not get this done today, it will be a next episode, because we're doing 1 day an episode, whatever length that day is, however much work we get done, the episode will end at the end of the day. That's the rule that I have created for myself. I have it on a sticky note, telling myself it's 1 day per episode, because if not, I will play for 3 hours. I'll put out a 3-hour episode, and nobody wants to watch that. So, giving you guys, I think it should be about an hour-ish. I'm going to use the word ish, because I'm not truthfully entirely sure. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I don't want to do that at all. That was a bad decision I just made. I wanted to go a little bit wider, because I've been doing that. We're gonna come back here to this tree. No, we will go just outside of this tree. We'll put that into a nice little line. That way it should just follow that barn over there. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting rid of these trees. Like, a lot. They are constant. I mean, we have perfectly straight lines we could be making here. They should not take this long if we didn't have these trees. Brutally honest. My opinion on these trees. They suck. I hate them. I don't want them here. They're in my way. That tree can stay. This tree over here, it can stay. It's close to a building. Those trees up there can stay. I think they give us like a good little separation from the road. Very aesthetic separation. But the rest of these trees, just, they gotta go. So I don't know how we're gonna do that. I don't know if we have stump grinders in... I guess they probably have had stump grinders since forever, but I think they were more likely to burn the stumps out. So maybe we will, in quotation marks, say that we burn them out, when in reality we just come through here and remove them. I think I can, I think there's something where I can use like a chainsaw to remove them, or I don't know. I haven't done a lot of forestry since Farm Sim 22, I guess, which is wild, because that feels like it feels like not that long ago. But it's a 4-year-old game now, so yeah. We have to start looking forward to 27, because 26 is on mobile, or whatever their rule is. I feel like they do every other year is on, like they switch between PC console release on, I thought it used to be odd numbered years, like 15, 17, 19, and then I think they were going to put out 21, but they were dealing with a pandemic, so they screwed the pooch and just refused, I guess, or whatever. because they got the COVID. They were worried about the COVIDs, which was a hoax, as everybody knows. COVID wasn't real. I had COVID, but it you know, we're not allowed to believe in COVID anymore, I guess. That's what the news says. Very, very trusting news. Yeah, those were crazy times. If you go back and you look at like everybody's perceptions on the COVID-19 or the coronavirus, which I don't know how I got the name coronavirus. If you, I'll look it up. I don't want to do that. I didn't want to open up Courseplay. It's got to be something. It's got to be like because of a corona or I don't know. However, it got the name coronavirus. I'm sure Corona Beer did not enjoy that. I'm sure they were scarred by it. Changed their brand name to COVID Beer. Corona, not a bad beer. Not a bad beer at all. So, it's 6. I bet we're going to be able to get this Winroad by today. I'm not sure about how likely we are to get this all picked up today. Honestly, I think it's okay. I do not think it's the end of the world. I just, it's getting cold, so I have some worries. I really hope that we can get a harvest, like a grass harvest or a mow-in early November. Part of that is I want to beat the snow, and I want to get as much grass as I can within. Excuse me. I want to get as much grass as I can within the period that we have allowed. If not, we're going to be stuck waiting quite a few months till we can get grass. And I don't want to wait. I'm super impatient. So even with that snow, even if that does mean that we're going to come through here, clear out these trees, grind down the stumps, and hopefully make our fields more usable, that would be very enjoyable. Other than that, though, there's not a lot that we can do. What I was thinking is I'm sure there are some businesses, it kind of goes more into the roleplay side of things. I'm sure there's some businesses that will throw us $100 if we come plow out their working lots or whatever. That might be something that we consider doing. It's just going in and plowing for them. And we say that we're taking like plowing contracts. That's a choice that we could do. I've seen a lot of those. I've seen like people, they have like quote unquote lawn mowing businesses, and they have full playthroughs of those. I don't know. I play 5M roleplay, but I'm not sure how good I can do farming simulator roleplay by myself. I kind of need somebody to like riff off, Roleplay's a lot like improv, where you have to riff off somebody and be quick on your feet, versus farming simulator, where it's just like, oh yeah, I got this job. So we'll see. We might end up doing that. Just like removing snow from roads for some money, or wherever the snow is. I don't think it'll stick to the roads. I think it naturally disappears, like it's plowed or something. But we'll see how snowfall does. I'm very, very excited. I love snow. I spent enough time around it, so I should be used to it. It'll be great. We are going to get this all harvested up here tomorrow. Maybe we will see about some contracts. I think that we could buy a cheap plow and take our 50/20 and go do a plowing contract for 15 grand or however much they're paying, whatever ridiculous number that is, and start thinking about kind of getting towards a kind of like a happier money situation. Money's always going to be tight just because of the economic difficulty we're playing on. I don't know if I want to move the economic difficulty from hard ever. So even when we have bigger tractors, all this can allow us to do is make the money kind of quicker. Because if we had, you know, even on this, if we had a huge windrower, huge mower, huge whatever, right, baler, that would be a lot quicker, especially I guess, with the, oh, come on. Especially with the large, I mean, look at these are huge, 16 acre. So not feasible with our current equipment. It would take way too much time just to cultivate it by ourselves. If we have somebody come in and help us, it becomes more possible, but there's a huge, I don't want to do that. I have it binded to the side of my mouse and I keep accidentally pressing it. Yeah, that's going to be a major time sink with our current equipment. However, if we had the newer plows and newer cultivators and newer weeders and fertilizers and all the other stuff, slurry and whatever, then yeah, then we could do it. It would be cheaper to just not engage in those fields, but those fields are going to have very good yields. So we'll see. I'm kind of thinking about buying a harvester, just so we can take harvesting jobs. There is a couple harvesters that we could do. I think the total price tag was 27,000, which I think we could pay off in one harvesting job. With those harvesting jobs, you always just have like a little bit left over afterwards. So either a little bit of extra income that we get or a little bit of chicken feed or whatever it is. Yeah, it's kind of all that I have to talk about. I'm gonna come through here. I'm going to windrow the rest of this up. I'm not gonna make you sit here and listen to me for, I don't know, at least 40 minutes, however long this takes. Man, I'm just trying to get this just pushed over to the main pile. I just don't want it right there. It's like a weird little stick out too. I don't know how I left that before. Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and make you listen to me anymore. I've said just about everything I have to say. So, yeah, let me windrow the rest of this up. If we get to forage wagoning it today, I will hopefully get a start on that. However, I am very, very sure that we will not be getting to that today, unfortunately. I feel like that's going to be a tomorrow job. That's not too overly bad or anything. It's most likely going to be a tomorrow job. And I think that's okay. I don't think, we have multiple days a month. We're on 5 speed. We've already gotten through a month, which is a really good feeling because that means that we are progressing through our story, I guess, where you're going to be able to watch a farm in the 60s develop into a modern day farm. So kind of another thing that I was thinking about the other day was, how do we want to do the character, right? Because he's, I don't know, in his 30s though. Do we want to have him 80 years old, 90 years old farming? Do we want to say that he's freshly 18 and he's 78 still working the same farm? Or maybe whenever he's 40, in his 50s, his son takes over? We just kind of change our appearance a little bit. How much do we want to story that out? Because I think it's going to be weird watching the the same guy doing all of this, you know, because this is a lot of time to be farming, and there's definitely farmers out there who are 80, um, and they're still, a lot of them are still working the same fields that they had for years. Another thing is, what do we call our farm? You know, what's kind of like a good name for it? Is it New Jersey Acres? Like what are some ideas that you guys have? Let me know. Um, we will introduce that, and we will start calling it just by that name, because once it has a name, it kind of has a little bit more. Man, that's a big old line right there. Um, Once it has a name, I think it gives it a lot of character, and it also lets me rename the series from 1965 start to whatever farm, West Bridge Hills or Potomac Valley Stories, or whatever it is. I'll let you guys vote on it. You guys tell me in the comments. We're not gonna name it anytime soon. I kind of want to have 10 people maybe that are subscribed before I start naming things just off of one or two comments. So once we hit that 10 subscriber mark, we will name this something, whatever it is. We're gonna name it at 10 subscribers. So if we hit 10, if you're watching this, you're not subscribed, go subscribe for me. Helps me out, kind of know that I kind of have some good ideas here with doing the series, and that I am somewhat enjoyable to watch. If I'm not enjoyable, go tell me. Go be like, hey, nobody's gonna subscribe, you're miserable. I'll just save myself a lot of work. But I'm hoping that nobody thinks it's too bad to watch. It's kind of low production quality, but you know, I mean, you know, how much do you need with the farm sim? Probably a lot more than I'm providing, but like, what's the, you know, I mean, what do you need? Probably some better editing. I'm working on editing. I watch a lot of YouTube videos. I talked to a buddy that does like online video editing. He did it for the like news kind of thing, I guess, like high school news. If you're familiar with what I'm talking about, you should know that that isn't super high quality either. But he gave me a lot of really good tips, so I'm hoping to incorporate that. Yeah, he watched my last episode and seemed to like it. So yeah, so I hope it's enjoyable. Um, I try to keep things, you know, I try to keep things kind of quicker pace for you. I know that I'm sitting here windrowing all this and talking your ear off, but hey, you're watching it, so who's really at fault here? Yeah, I think, you know, I think we have a pretty good chance of getting this done before we are off to October 2nd. My birthday's in October, so it's a big favorite month for me. I love October, it's gorgeous. Even if my birthday wasn't there, I think it'd be, you know, the fall is like my favorite season, because it starts getting a little bit cold. You can wear your hoodies again, or sweaters, whatever you want to wear, but you can like kind of bundle up a little bit more versus summer, you know, because I think cold is always better than hot, because you can only kind of take off so many clothes. I guess you could take off all of them if you really wanted, but you can only like get down so many levels versus you could go up forever. So like you could wear a really, really thick coat if you wanted in the winter months and be toasty. Or you could, you know, wear like a light hoodie, and you could be cool enough to be happy. I mean, summer's nice. You get summer break and all the other things, but winter's kind of slept on. You know, it's cold, it's jolly. You have like Christmas music. Who doesn't love Christmas? Well, I'm sure plenty of people don't like Christmas music. I like Christmas music, so I love Christmas. So maybe in December when we get there in this series, I'll put up a Christmas tree outside of our house. Right now we have jack-o'-lanterns. It's fitting for October. I have no idea. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it doesn't change what's outside. It would be really cool if it did. Like, in August, you have a jack-o'-lantern outside, and in November, you put up a Christmas tree. I mean, how early do you guys put up your Christmas trees? I'm a strong believer in December, like 5th. That's as early as you can do it. I think before that is too early. I think if you're putting up in November, you're just like kind of ignoring November for Christmas. I think you gotta appreciate November. Just put a little bit of respect on November's name. It's like the middle ground between two holidays. I mean, it's the it's the best time of the year. It's all snowy and nice. And in fairness, November has that. November has the snow. Yeah, it gets snowy in November. It starts. Normally, where I am in North Carolina right now, it didn't start snowing until... Actually, that's not true. It snowed in October here. The 3rd, no, 28th, it snowed. So yeah, it was cold. So kind of all the Halloween festivities went out the window, and everybody drinks. So you get a snow day, and you start kind of amping up to Halloween celebrations, all within kind of a short period of time. So people are celebrating the snow. First snow of the year. It's a big benchmark. It's sure global warming is blamed or something, but it was an early snow this year. So for people who have jobs and have to contend with snow, especially farmers, it sucks. However, I'm in college. I don't have to contend with snow. I just get to enjoy its benefits, reap the rewards, and not live through the torture of trying to drive in it. I did have to go out and I was driving in it. I drove a nice Ford. I say nice. It's a Ford, so it's only so nice. But it handled the snow really well, so I was very happy with my purchase. No comment on how the ice went, but it wasn't really icy yet. It was just kind of a I think it was 4 inches or something, 4 inches of snow maybe, and it stuck pretty good. And it looked pretty. We kind of got, we have a snow globe effect in Boone. We kind of get a snow globe effect because it's a really small town, so it's got the college in it. But whenever it snows, it's kind of like everybody's trapped up here because you can't take most of the roads. So it's nice. It's good times. As far as woodrowing goes, excuse me, it's 7. We're almost done. I have no idea what my plan is here. I'm just trying to drive around in circles and get it mildly picked up. I think I'm just going to throw it into a couple lines and call it a day. I was hoping to get it like in a big pile in the middle, but I don't think it's working for me at all. So let's go through here. Let's put it into a line. Let's circle back. Let's put this into a line. Circle back. 3-point. There we go. So this into a line. They're not perfect lines. They're a little dirty, but... Oh, 2 crows just flew in. Raven baby crows, probably. 2 crows just flew in front of the camera. It was weird. I played a little bit of Long Dark the other day. I've not played that game in a long time. I forgot how good it was. It's, uh, it's definitely aged since its release. It's still a great game. However, it just doesn't feel like, I don't know, I'm not like that experienced in playing it. It just doesn't feel like you could, self-sustain very well. It just feels like it's kind of like, oh, okay, you will eventually, you're gonna run out of wood and you're gonna die. So you have like a timer. Kind of a bigger fan of those games where it's like, Icarus is a good example if you have played Icarus yet. Um, haven't played Icarus yet. Icarus is like Ark Survival, um, but with like not not the kind of zombies. Ark doesn't have zombies. Dinosaurs. I meant dinosaurs. Good night. Yeah, zombies, dinosaurs. Ark has has dinosaurs in it. No zombies. At least not to my knowledge. Maybe there is zombies. Somebody tell me if there's zombies in Ark, please. Zombies are scary. Speaking of zombies, actually, um, Planet Zomboid. I was thinking about doing some of that. I really do enjoy that game. Um, that could be something that we end up doing. Some Planet Zomboid. And you can watch me suffer. I've played quite a fair amount of that game, and I do pretty okay. My thing is I just feel constrained by the building because I feel like I don't have as much customization as I want, and that makes a lot of sense. But I feel like, I don't know, it's like the same thing that I run into with Fallout 4, where I love Fallout 4. It's a really good game, but like the building in it just feels like it kind of falls flat on its face for what it was supposed to be. Like, I know it's supposed to be like a post-apocalyptic building thing, but it feels like the system that they use for like the building the communities, it just feels like super empty compared to how the like game developed settlements feel. Because like if you make like a bedroom, right? Like how much stuff can you actually put in the bedroom? And it's not fun. Fallout might be a thing that we do. That's a good idea. We could go through and play some Fallout. I want to play the. I wanted to play for a long time the original Fallout's, Fallout 1, Fallout 2. Um, Tactics, I guess. There's a lot of contention over if that is a Fallout game, though. Or if it's a Fallout game, but it's not canon, rather. I think it is. I think it has to be made canon. And I know that that one has, like, you play as multiple protagonists, I guess you could call them. But it doesn't, like, follow the same, like, the same, steps, per se, as Fallout, like 4, or even the original Fallouts before it. So they were kind of trying a new thing. Um, Another thing that I've wanted to do for a really long time is play through the Fable games. I've played all of them, but I haven't ever like played through all of them. I've only played through 3, and we have a new one coming out this year. So I might hop on that and kind of anticipate the release of that newest one. I kind of want to do a lot of things. I have a lot of things that I want to do. Farm Sim is just one of them. I definitely want to have a consistent series, like through my YouTube channel, and I think Farm Sim is going to be that series. It's going to be the one that I always come back to, um, even if we're doing a Fable series, or even if we're doing a, I don't know, Fallout 1. I don't know how enjoyable it would be to sit here and watch me like play through the entirety of Fallout. So maybe I'll try to do like 3 episodes of Fallout 1 and then 3 episodes of Fallout 2 at like an hour each. That way it's like palatable, like somewhat enjoyable to be like, okay, I could watch these within XYZ amount of time and enjoy it. So yeah, maybe I will put something out new on the channel. I'll play something different from Farming Simulator. I'll put it out there into the ether, see what the response is, see if I can drag you guys to Farming Sim from like a different thing. I'm a big fan of older games. I love old, like, older I say, but the old Halo series and everything else. I'm sure people have made a million videos on, and I can't bring a new perspective to it. But I think it would still be fun to sit down and play games like that. So kind of a widespread here. I don't want to just be a farm sim guy. I don't want to just be a GTA 5 guy. So I want to kind of bring things to the channel that I like playing, whatever that is, and hopefully you guys are receptive to it. One thing that I've wanted to play for a while is the original Sims game, because I remember I've played The Sims. I didn't really overly enjoy it by any means. I'm not like I guess super big Sims fan. But I've always wanted to play the first one because I've seen videos of it and it looks hilarious. It's like that old style too. City Skylines, that's something that I wouldn't say I'm good at it, but I've always loved it. So Workers and I kind of have a list that I'm working on compiling. Workers and Resources may be the first one that I touch, just because I think it's still a game that I can put out content on and start like a series on that can be fairly long, because that game kind of has the same like styling, I guess, as farming, like this farm sim series that I'm doing, where you have a start year. I guess like a lot of games have a start year, and the equipment that you can unlock kind of builds through the year. So I wouldn't say I'm overly experienced in it. I would love to do like hardcore realistic. I just don't know how good I would be at that, so I may have to sit down and do some practice. I play a lot of OpenTTD. I play a lot of sports games as well, so I don't know if I want to do like a like college football playthrough where I have like expand into those sports games. I think I'm just gonna kind of record what I feel like recording and see if it feels good. So if you have something that you want me to play, let me know. I'll play it. And I really might not be good at it, but I'll play it and bring my own little perspective onto it. Okay. Windrowing is done. I've been yapping long enough. Been an absolute chatterbox today. So, where does this leave us? It's not pretty over here. Here's the plan. We are going to sleep, and we are going to do the rest of it in the next episode. We could pick this all up tonight, but I want to do something in the next episode other than just chopping down trees. So here's where we're at. Plenty of things done. We'll take the mower back to the house. This is the new, I think it's a 110. Yeah, it's a 110. Okay. 110 mower. I can just set it up on the bottom of the screen when you get in it. I don't know why I didn't read it then. 110 mower. I replaced the other one because this one is more accurate. I know I said I wasn't going to be a stickler, but whatever. I think I talked about that in my last recording. So you may have seen that I had the newer style, but this is period, so we're gonna use it. It's might be like a little get around vehicle for us. Man, I mean, this is rough through here. This is why we need that gravel, because it just, this takes a beating, and then it just keeps the form. Alright, let's go in our house here. Ignore the computers. Quite a lot of computers. I have 2 screens, but that's 2, 3, 4. Are they playing this off their lap? So they're playing Farm Sim with 2, I don't know, whatever. Let's get to bed. We'll see you guys next episode. See you, folks.